Life, like diamonds, is multifaceted. We are many different things to many different people, but who we are stays the same. We all have our special memories of Malcolm, Mal, Dad, Pop, Poppy. He was known to many people in many different ways. He lived a long life which began in England on the 20th of December 1930 and ended half a world away on the 25th of June 2025. It's not what you have at the end of your life, it's what you leave behind that matters. And Mal left a myriad of special memories. So let's have a look at some of those as we celebrate a life well lived and well loved. Born in England and even found a village with the best name. Mel's formative life years in the UK held great memories for him, growing up, playing soccer, ballroom dancing, with life being interrupted by the war. Mel joined the Air Force and served for a few years. He then met Ina and married, and they began married life in the UK, with Diane being born there. In 1956, the Australian Olympic year, the family moved to Australia. Mel worked at Firth Cleveland, which was an English company, and continued to work there until he retired. Life was busy with a growing family, 5 children in all: Diane, Annette, Gavin, Darren and Jenny. A regular feature of family life was the annual summer holiday to Barwon Heads, first in a tent, then in a caravan, and this went on for many, many years as the family grew. Ina and Mel shared many years being parents to 5 active kids. Their lives were full of activities from early morning swimming lessons, marching, judo, and all the other activities that kids are involved in growing up. Mel formed friendships with workmates at Firth Cleveland, one being with my dad, Kevin Douglas. Our family is intertwined with holidays, family celebrations, social activities, and even a few businesses. Life was busy and not dull, and this was the beginning of a lifelong intertwining of those two families until Mel passed away just recently. Kids grew and got married, and Mel was the oh so proud father. A love of travelling and seeing new, exciting and different things filled a big part of Mel's life, and lots of travel occurred once Willie and Mel joined forces. They travelled extensively through Europe and even managed to catch up with Gavin and Bill and me while in the UK. Time marched on, and grandkids added an extra level of fun and love to life. When we look at the photos and remember the times when the kids were small, we are all reminded that Mel was such a wonderful grandparent. He and Willie tried incredibly hard to not miss sports days, first days of school or kinder, and were mostly there for birthdays and Christmases, something my kids have as wonderful childhood memories. Mel joined Toastmasters, and so did my parents. Mel also joined the Freemasons and rose to be the head or the worshipful master of the Ballarat Masonic Lodge. I nicknamed him Grand Poobah during this time. Life was an adventure, and no one who'd visited Willie and Mel during the 80s can forget their time as fruitarians. They loved gardens and gardening and began to create bonsai trees, which, although a tad neglected now, I'm trying to coax back to life to keep that little bit of Willie and Mel going. Mel played snooker, especially when he moved to Meadow Gardens, which has loads of facilities for retirees. During the 80s, Willie and Mel married, and I know that Willie had found the love of her life, and the pair of them were just about inseparable. They were always buzzing about, travelling north to escape the Ballarat winter, socialising, gardening, renovating, spending time with grandkids, and generally loving life and each other. Their smiles in these photos were real and everlasting. When Willie passed away in 2011, Mel was lost for a bit, but then decided to move to Meadow Gardens, where he found people he had known in other areas of life, and they had also moved there. Mel was always a thinker, a reader, and so time was easy to fill, especially if the Wolves were playing. Mel surprised Stuart just a few days before he died by letting Stu know about the change of manager for the Wolves. He was always on the ball. Life continued with birthdays, outings, and activities, and Rosalie came into his life as a wonderful companion. They involved themselves in each other's families, went to church and social gatherings together, and as Mel became frail, Rosalie took on a caring role, something for which we are all so grateful, as it allowed Mel to stay at home and not move into formal care. Family was always a big part of Mel's life, and his love for us all was always there. He was always interested in what we were doing. He was proud of achievements and gave great advice if things were not going to plan. He loved us all, and we loved him so much. A favourite recent memory for me is my Jack giving Mel a shave in hospital. Mel always liked to be neatly shaven, and it was a beautiful sight to see Jack tend to his Poppy, as his Poppy had been such a loving presence for all of his life. So, to the man who was lots of things and wore lots of different hats, both figuratively and actually, we say goodbye and send him off with love, and we'll hold all of our memories of a wonderful man close to our hearts. He loved a good hat, and he always looked stylish in hats. Well, nearly always. It's a fashion challenge to make a bucket hat look good, but he nearly nailed it. Bye, Mel. We all love you, and we will miss you forever.